Mayor Kagas. Here. Councilmember Gladwell.
Here.
Councilmember Mino. Councilmember Wallner.
Present.
Councilmember Karki. Councilmember Flowey.
Here.
Councilmember Lalonde.
Okay, number 4, approval of agenda. We need to make adjustment or proofread a little bit. Under 9.1 minutes, it says what we received November 14th, 2019. That needs to be changed to December 12th, 2019 regular minutes, and then 12/16/19 special minutes.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as amended.
Second?
I'll second
Jason? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
it. Aye.
Against? Okay. 5, public comment. Public comment, 3 minutes. Okay.
My name is Stephen Olson. I own the property on 105 Carlson Road up on near Buffalo. I had an old house on that property, and I've been fixing it up over the past few years here. And I offered to city fire department to practice and burn it. They accepted it. They came out and inspected it, and they said, "Yeah, we'd like to do it." But then I found out that there has to be some kind of environmental lab testing on it. And so they told me who to call. I called them, but I couldn't get the guy to give me a price. He said, "Well, it depends on how many samples we take." So I decided, well, I'm not going to go into this open-end thing, over a junk house. So anyway, I got the county demolition permit. I got one from the city. And I tore it down, so it's sitting in a big pile, just sitting there. So what I'm asking for today, I know you don't allow burning in the city, but I want permission to burn that what remains here now, sometime later in the winter. That's what I'm asking for. A burning permit from the city.
He doesn't have to run to us for that.
No, that's a fire pit. Mr. Mayor, if I may, I know that we will talk out of turn during public comment, but sir, you'll have to seek your request with the fire department. The council doesn't make decisions on this type of matter.
Okay, because they were going to burn it anyway. But, so
You
they,
can contact my office too. He may be able to help you figure out who we can talk to as well.
well, I can talk to the chief,
Yep.
but if he says yes, then I can do
Yeah,
it.
if you get a permit from him, then you're good. So.
Okay, well, thank you. That was easy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay, no public comment? Number 6, a presentation. Secretary, please.
A representative from Iron Range Hockey Association will be present to give a brief update on their locker room project at the ice arena. The Parks and Recreation have provided a letter of support.
So that's how you make it.
Hold it up.
My name is Dale Hopper. I'm the head coach for Negaunee's high school hockey team, and what we're planning on doing is building a new locker room for our team. At this point in time, we do not have our own locker room. We share everything with Iron Range Hockey, and it kind of makes a little bit of a problem with scheduling and everything else. So at this point in time, we're looking at building a new locker room to sustain for all of us with our high school hockey program. We're looking at building this above the conference room at the Negaunee Ice Arena. Right up on top there, there's an open mezzanine section that's unused at this point in time. The total cost of materials and everything that we have budgeted for right now, we're at $37,000 for all the materials and everything. All the labor we have had donated to us. We have a lot of volunteers that have already donated or vowed to donate their time to help us out to build this new locker room. we're funding this locker room just with donations from the community. It's all gonna be self-funded. We're not asking the city for any money for this project at all. It's just basically for the high school program, so we're trying to do all of our funding on our own. Other than that, we're looking at starting the middle of March after the hockey season's over with. We discussed it with Derek at Parks and Rec, and he doesn't want us to start during ice time at this point in time, so we're looking at starting at the middle of March, and it should be completed by the middle of September before the ice comes back in. Other than that, questions?
Mr. Mayor, if I could, I'd like to just kind of give some background here. So this has gone in front of the Parks and Recreation Commission, as you can see with the letter we received from them. This is more of an informational piece. We're not seeking any permission or anything like that, since we're not spending any money. From what I can see and what I've researched, they have all the necessary permits, engineering done that needs to be done for this project. So it's not just like somebody slapping in some locker rooms or something like that. There's a lot of thought put into this, and I believe they've been talking about this for quite some time now. From my perspective, it's a win-win for us because one, we're not spending money. Number two, we have another group that will be using the facility more often probably. Opens the opportunity for other folks to use it as well. And this is a great opportunity for a bunch of young folks that are involved in the sport like this to give back to the community, and not only them, but other folks that are giving back to the community for this project. So we're just kind of getting information this evening. From my perspective, if you guys have any questions of me or the folks here tonight presenting, this would be the time to ask them.
I do realize that this has been ongoing for quite some time, but I guess why the change from the original portion of building off to the south end of the building and moving it up to a mezzanine?
At this point in time, it's more of a cost savings for us, just because we're looking at $37,000 compared to over $200,000 to build something off this side of the building.
Are you not worried of a safety issue with all goalies and everyone going up and down those stairs on skates?
There's 3 different teams in our division that all use the stairs coming down. They all use a mezzanine section where they built their own locker room and everything for us. So we're working with the police department also, making sure everything's safe before we move forward with it. So me personally, I don't foresee a problem with using the stairs coming down there with goalies or any other parts of our team.
And then what about Derek's stuff that he has up there? What's his plans to?
He has been working with this group on this, so my assumption he has locations for these things. It didn't appear there was a ton of things in that area. There's some stuff for convenience, more or less. We can find the space for the rest of it.
Tell him. And if you find going up and down the stairs, far be it from me. I can't skate, so I'm not going to walk around.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You need, it's just informational?
Yep, just informational. We won't need any permission or anything.
Good luck.
Thank you.
7.1, Jackson Road Tennis Court Resolution. Councilor Clerk?
Attached is a resolution authorizing the sale of the Jackson Grove Park tennis courts. Recommendation to set a public hearing for the February 13th, 2020 regular meeting. Fiscal effects, cost of publication and auction.
So this evening, Council and Mr. Mayor, we're looking just to set the public hearing. Upon the conclusion of the hearing next month, is when you would consider the resolution before you. And that is again to sell off a portion of the Jackson Grove Park, which would be the tennis courts primarily, for the stated purpose inside the resolution, with the hopes that the school would bid on that and win that. And just to be upfront, it's it's designed for the school to get it and remain in public trust. The school has indicated they will be resurfacing those courts and taking care of the property itself. In addition to that, it has to remain open to the public, and then if they ever want to sell it, or let's say tennis doesn't become very popular in Negaunee in 20 years or something, and they want to stop their program and close it down or whatever, then that property could revert back to the city through the terms of the deed. So it cannot be sold for public or private use.
I move that we set the public hearing for the February 13th, 2020 regular meeting.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Against? Okay. 7.2. First reading ordinance amendment number 1273, add marijuana establishments to industrial district as a special land use.
The planning commission has met and recommends adding marijuana establishments to industrial district as a special land use. Recommendation, set a public hearing for the February 13th, 2020 regular meeting.
I guess we're just setting a public hearing.
I'll make a motion to set a public hearing for February 13th, 2020 regular meeting.
Jason, second?
Second.
Yeah, okay. Any discussion?
No, this is just really nothing more than what we said we were going to do all along, so.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against? Okay. 7.3, set public hearing, boundary expansion and restated development plan and TIF for BA District number 1 and number 2.
As you said, and set a public hearing for March 12th, 2020.
Make a motion to set the public hearing for it.
Okay, a second? Second, okay. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against? Nothing for individuals, right? Okay, so number 9, consent agenda. We've amended the 9.1 minutes already. Number 2, claims and accounts. 1.3, revenue expenditure reports, trial balances. 1.4, zoning board of appeals appointment. 1.5, resolution of support tax state historic tax credits. And 1.6, senior center grants.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Okay, support. None? All those in favor?
Aye.
We have our second public comment. You guys know what a second public comment, so. Council committees. Oh, my bad, right. So, no.
Council members?
Yeah, I tried to. Whatever, okay. Just talking to myself, don't worry about that. Council members. Okay, Dan, I'm determined to talk to you, so let's start off with you, okay?
Are you talking about for this zoning board of appeals?
We're just
Council
council comment.
Council comment, sorry, Dana.
Sorry, I'm sorry, looking at the other thing. No comment right now. I'm going to reserve my comment for later.
This is the time to do it.
Okay. I read through everything coming up and I don't have a comment on it. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, Meredith? Kevin? Good.
No, me?
Jason?
No, other than, obviously, I'm sure maybe you were gonna mention it during your comments, but, thank you to Chief Rusty for his hard work and welcome our new Chief of Police. Other than that, that's all I really have right at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Ron?
I'll echo Councilman Walner's, congratulations to Chief Rusty. I wish he would stay on a little bit longer, but I certainly understand where he's at on that, and I want to welcome the new chief as well. Sorry I missed the retirement party, but I had other duties that required me. I appreciate the snowplow report that we got. It was detailed, which is what I was hoping for, and I appreciate that, but I would like for the city manager to put in the back of his mind that I would like to sit down with the city manager and the DPW director sometime after winter to discuss our plans going forward next year. I just think we can come up with a better game plan as to what we can do, not so much with the way how they plow and the routes that they're currently taking now, but how to plan better for the significant snowfalls that we've been getting for the last 5 years, and we know we're gonna get them going forward. I just think we can do a better job of that, as well as a better job of use of the equipment as well too, so. March, April timeframe, when snow starts, we're not worried about it anymore, so just kind of keep that in the back burner. Also want to remind everyone too, council members as well, Heike Junta coming up January 17th and 18th. So there's a lot of events going on there. And the Negaunee Nets tournament is also taking place at Lake Gymnasium that weekend, if you are into watching some basketball. And I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year. And I'm glad to see everybody's here safe and sound. Thank you.
For myself, I just wanted to echo the choice already being mentioned. I want to thank you, now retired Chief Rusty for his service to the city. And I wish him all the best in his retirement and future endeavors. So, City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. We've been working diligently since our last meeting, our special meeting on the Mather B development proposal. Hopefully we'll have some information to you guys in the next couple weeks. So far, things have been going well. We don't have much to report on because we're still in the infancy of this. But it's my hope that we'll be able to have a conclusion to our proposal and have an agreement in front of you by sometime in March. And then I too also thank Mr. Crusty for his service to the city. Wish him well on his retirement. And we also do have our chief here tonight, so after we're all meeting, you can all say hi to him if you want to. So welcome Mr. Ketela to the fun times with managing people. So, and that's all I have unless there's any questions, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. City Attorney.
Just very briefly, I just wanted to make sure everybody takes a minute to meet my partner, Mike Lorraine, who's sitting out in the audience tonight. We just want to make sure you guys know that we've got attorneys, no matter how hard Nate keeps us working, we've got the resources to help. So I just wanted to bring them along tonight and make sure everybody gets an opportunity to meet. And I think you're my other partner over there. Thanks for indulging us.
Okay, so I guess
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll support that.
Second, Jason, okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against? Meeting adjourned.